Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm bringing you guys some Empyrion content today. I just want to talk a little bit about the ships that I have here. Some of these creations that I've been working on for quite a while. Um, these are really my favorite capital vessels that I'm working on. Well, actually, I do have another one that I could spawn in. I haven't really actually spawned this one in quite a while, so might be good to just have it. So these are uh these are some of my creations. Let me actually raise this one up out of the water. I kind of just want to, preview them a little bit. I'm currently working on the new Wrath, which is basically an upgrade from the new Wrath. uh, it's got the same name because it's kind of technically the same ship, but there are a lot of differences. The reason I say it's the same ship is because I'm using the same nose concept when it comes to the turrets. Well, I did change it up a little bit, but it's basically the same kind of concept to where I have the four rows and the offset turrets next to each other. And and yeah, for the most part, it's basically just the front. But I really wanted to change this section to have a front loader and front exit. In the case of this ship, I basically had it is a front loader, but it's not hard to do to get in here through this entry point. But there were times where I just kind of wanted to fly out, or maybe I didn't want to turn my ship around inside or come in backwards, or however you would do it. I just kind of just wanted a clean, you know, entry point and exit point. For some reason, I don't have the sensor working on this right now, but there was a second hangar that would also be able to come down and exit through the front bay. But again, it was just kind of a little, not complicated, but basically what I'm trying to say is it ended up coming out to being a size class 19 anyways. So for the intention of it being a cargo ship, it really didn't meet the standards of the size class I was trying to get. I was trying to get a maximum of like, I think maybe like 12 or something. I mean, the goal is always to get a maximum of like size class 8, but if you're talking about a carrier, you're not going to get that to happen, especially if the carrier has all the new shield parts along with the fusion reactors. So, there's quite a bit that you add to these big carrier ships, and you kind of just have to deal with the size class, especially if you're going to be adding in the lights too, because the lights add to the size class. But basically, when it when it came down to it, I really do love the way the ship came out. I really do love the design, but for instance, this whole front nose part, I basically had to close off, which there are supposed to be doors here, but this whole nose area would basically be one section of O2 circulation. So it kind of was just, in my opinion, it became too big of an area. And then on top of me wanting to build like actual like walkway structures that came out and would almost kind of overlook this bottom window part. I realized that it would just basically end up becoming much bigger of a size class than it already is, and it's at 19. So what it basically came down to with this ship was that I was going to start over again and have it be an actual carrier. Again, I do love this ship, and there are some things that I've done with this ship that I just can't do on this next one that I'm doing. But like for instance, this area right here, it kind of has this walkway that let me get out of God mode real quick. So you would come in through this hangar here, and then there's this walkway that goes above this hangar entrance. And I really enjoyed making this area. It came out really cool and clean. Of course, there's a lot to do. Oh, there's a lot to finish in this ship, so I didn't really get to it when I had the idea that I wanted to basically make a bigger carrier. But yeah, I like the way that this came out, so that's why I kind of continued making this ship. But this actually was a design. That whole back entrance was kind of a design that I took from this ship that I was messing with, which in my opinion it actually kind of works a little bit better with this ship because here I had the doors which covered, which is cool having the doors to cover it, but and I also didn't have the signal logic working. But in this ship, which I actually haven't even used this in game yet, but because there is still more work to do on this ship. But I liked having it open to where you could see the inner workings, kind of, of how everything was going. But basically, I built this ship first, and then I had made the Wrath second. So I was basically using that idea from this idea that I had made already. But as you can see, it definitely is different. But I liked how it came out to be to a dock, like a little tiny docking bay. I like how that's where this door leads. And since this was my first build, this one led to the cockpit area. Yeah, it was an interesting build, but again, I haven't used it yet. But yeah, in this build, it ended up to where the back came out to be like a room, and it wasn't. Because if I go up, there is a docking space, but it actually leads to a different part of the ship, um, which does also go down. But I guess I had just gotten so used to it being the other way that I never fully got used to this door being. At first, it was the grow plot room for the farms, but then I decided maybe I could turn it into like a jacuzzi area with a pool or something. But I don't think I ever fully got used to it. Um, but that's me, I still really love the design of the ship, and there still is work to be done on it. I just, like I said, for the size class, and it not really being a complete carrier, I didn't really see much point in continuing. I had already finished this, but I wanted to rework it. But anyways, let me move on to this new ship here, which is what I'm actually working on currently. And it's meant to be an actual full. It's meant to be quite a uh, several things. It's meant to be a battleship. Um, a helio stocking bay, as well as a full-on carrier with every direction having a hangar door, a place to enter and exit, so you can fully go from the back to the front and exit. And then I do have a battle mode installed, so I'd come over to my main tabs and switch that tab. I really like the way that came out to look. Really like the way that's looking. But this is definitely, I would say, this build is kind of a culmination. Culmination. I'm not saying that word correct. Culmination. Culmination. This is a culmination of, I would say, all of my knowledge from ship making. It's basically all put into this ship so far. I really like the way that it's going. So, the direction that I'm heading with it. Um, there is something that I can show. I'm not. There's a lot of interior work that I need to get finished on it, but I can show this area because it is for the most part finished. Well, not completely. There's actually didn't mean for this to be here right now. I was just kind of testing some things out with the server. Let me remove these. These aren't supposed to be here either. I can just remove them real quick. Okay. But this area, um, so just start from the back here. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place. I really enjoy the shield animation, just that simple rotation. So I kind of wanted to build. I tend lately I've been building ships around the shield being visible for most part of the ship because I just like that rotation. But basically, I was trying to make it this structure here to basically indicate like it was had this antenna like gaining the energy source wirelessly almost from all the shield parts. And if I come here, move one of these, I fully like decorated the shield area, and they're all rotated, so it's not. This isn't. The shield would actually be standing up. It would be rotated rather than on its side like how it is. But I made it that way because I thought it looked cooler. I really like anything that has rotation, constant rotation. The animation's really cool. But yeah, I just had made this. I actually don't think these should be here either. I'm kind of in the process of. All right, let me bring the HUD back up here. Second, I'm in the process of working things, and I was just trying to test out how an elevator would fit right there. But I don't think I like it in the grand scheme of how this area looks. Can even it's pretty cool at nighttime, I have to say. Yeah, I'm really digging this area. I've always wanted a like an engineering room. I've tried to make several, but they never really quite came out the way I wanted it to. Um, I'm noticing a few textures that should be like this should be textured, but it's not for some reason. Definitely know I had saved it. Guess it's just really dark here. But yeah, so this new ship's coming along. Um, It's got several levels to it. Of course, it's got the hover vessel docking from ground position, and then I also like to have a way for the hover vessels to get up higher on the ship in case I ever needed to do so for any reason. I also have this kind of makeshift hangar or docking HV docking entrance. It came out a little bit. It came out better than I thought it would, but the only the only real issue is that little gap there. But with the way that it looks, with the structure of the block setup, and how I have like some extra space in here, I actually really dig the way it came out. Especially because like if I have this other creation, the Ghost. It's a little Halo replica I try to make. I tell you, it's a lot of fun to use this hover vessel, the Ghost. But anyways, I really liked how I was able to get it to where I could dock something here, and it actually like just be hidden inside of this little area. I thought it was a cool little quick access thing, you know. Yeah, I think if I actually stayed in my, if I dock it, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like this little area. So I'm working with some innovative stuff that I've never actually like tried to do before. Especially with this front entrance here. Oh, this bug thing when you go to God mode seems to flying out for some reason. But I have this like gun mount that I was messing with. Yeah, there's several things that I haven't really tried doing before, like this open area kind of thing, and I like how it's open here, but I have to close this off some way, and there's just a lot of very intricate things that I need to connect. I also kind of want to have some like windows up here and maybe some rooms, a shooting range maybe on one side. There's a lot of ideas I have, and there's still a lot of room I have to work with, so I'm excited to get this done, but it is going to take a while before I get it, fully finished because there's going to be a lot of texturing to do. But the way it's coming right now, I think I like the shaping and the way it sits. Let me look at it from this way. There we go. That's better. I like the majority of the angles. Like I like the side view and I like the back view and the top's looking pretty cool. So that's really why it's taken so long is I'm trying to get every angle looking like it has almost like a different shape if you look at it from a different perspective. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Really appreciate if you like this video to leave a comment, maybe you have any suggestions on things that I could do a little bit better. If you saw anything that you noticed, um, maybe there's some future builds that you might think would be cool if I do. I was thinking of making like a giant jester head to kind of go along with my channel, but yeah, I'm off ranting, so uh, just kind of wanted to show some of my ships. I do have more ships, and I have another big CV, the mothership. That's size class 27. That's basically finished. But since this video is already probably getting too long, I'll I'll get to that in another video. But I appreciate you hanging out this long, and I hope to see y'all here soon. And peace.